This is not a drill, but zombies in Modern Warfare 2 might actually be happening. It sounds absolutely crazy. Please stick with me on this one because some actual evidence has been found within the files for Modern Warfare 2. So a data miner called Codsploits posted images of all the game modes within Modern Warfare 2. Now, these images were taken from a menu that he was somehow able to load into. So this is within the game itself, and each game mode had its own unique bespoke icon. Right at the end was the game mode selection for round-based zombies and Outbreak, both having their own unique game mode logo of a set of skulls. Now, these images in question were DMCA'd by Activision swiftly on Twitter, which proves that these images are 100% real. And it's very clear that from the DMCA, none of these images were photoshopped, they were all 100% real. Because of that, I unfortunately cannot show you that image in this video. This was reported on by Insider Gaming, led by Tom Henderson, who is a renowned, credible leaker within the gaming industry, who's had a proven track record of leaks and sources being correct. And he says in this article that he alluded to plans that zombies is going to be introduced into Modern Warfare 2 earlier this year during a podcast, but his sources haven't been able to give him an update since. Now, this all sounds just absolutely bizarre, out of the blue, and hard to really believe, but even he is alluding to the fact that there are plans to have zombies in Modern Warfare 2 at some point, and this recent leak in the game files might suggest that could be a thing. Now, what makes this all the more interesting is that this is not the first time that Modern Warfare 2 zombies has been discussed in the public, because a month or so ago with the beta, the discussion started as files for zombies were discovered in Warzone Mobile, which is a unified engine that connects Modern Warfare 2, Warzone Mobile, and even Treyarch's next game in 2024 together as they're all on one unified platform. Reality UK mentioning that it wasn't just a few zombies references, it was covenants, perks, mystery boxes, everything, but mentions that we'd know for sure if there were zombies in MW2 by now, with the Ghost of Hope, who's one of the most prolific Call of Duty leakers on Twitter, quoting this, going, "LMAO will circle back to this eventually, but I'm gonna be cryptic for now." Then followed up with a tweet last night when all of the leaks in the game files were discovered with this meme from the Batman. Amazing film, by the way. So clearly all of these Call of Duty leakers and insiders have some sort of information about zombies coming to Modern Warfare 2. Is this hard for me to believe? Yes. Do I believe that there's going to be the full scope of a zombies mode that we get with every Black Ops game? No. I honestly don't know what to make of this. There is a chance that all of these zombies references are actually tied to Treyarch's next game in 2024, as the engine is now shared between MW2, Warzone Mobile, and Treyarch's next game as one unified experience. So everything that is being discovered might actually just be solely tied to Treyarch's next game, and there is no zombies in MW2. But then that leads to the fact of, why is there a custom icon that's been created by Infinity Ward for these game modes if they aren't actually going to be in Modern Warfare 2? As the last public statement that Treyarch have made on zombies was back during August 2022 with the release of Season 5 of Vanguard, saying that as this chapter of the Dark Ether story wraps up for the final season, Zombies team will be stepping back into the shadows to focus on what's in store for the future. Sorry, no spoilers. A final line focusing what's in store for the future does not allude to anything specific, but we do know that Treyarch were credited for helping development on Modern Warfare 2. It is highly likely that they were credited as a support studio that just helped with things here and there, but definitely didn't involve them developing a mode completely themselves for the game. This really opens up a lot of questions. Now, hear me out, because if this is actually a thing, then I feel like what we could see is, rather than a standalone zombies mode, it could be some sort of integration of zombies within one of the separate modes, such as DMZ. If you're unaware, DMZ is an extraction style game mode that's played on the Warzone 2 map of Al Mazrah. Just imagine if they had like a separate mode or some sort of special event in which zombies invaded that massive world. And you have this combination of the extraction style shooter, but now you have that survival element where not only do you have real players trying to hunt you down, but you also would have the undead. I think that would be an absolutely crazy crossover. But as much as those images in the menu file suggest that there are separate modes for round-based zombies and Outbreak, it's just so hard for me to imagine that both of those things might actually be in Modern Warfare 2. We know going back to Modern Warfare 2019 that they were originally planning to put a zombies mode into that game, with some concept art revealed a few years later. At the time, the narrative team for Modern Warfare 2019 decided to scrap it as it just didn't seem realistic to the story that they were trying to tell and the world that they were trying to build. But those two narrative directors have now left Infinity Ward, and the new narrative directors in charge might have completely different ideas for where they want to take the game and the world, as well as also offering a load of different content options. If the idea of zombies was toyed in the original Modern Warfare, then there's no reason to suggest that the idea wasn't also toyed within this game. Even more interestingly enough is if we go back a really long time ago to the start of 2021, he posted a tweet that says there is a separate Call of Duty Zombies project in early development that is currently not connected to any title. And we've not heard really any other updates from it since, but he followed it up a whole year later at the start of this year, saying could this be the free-to-play title releasing next year, as there are rumors that Treyarch are leading development on some sort of free-to-play standalone Call of Duty game as one of the offerings that Activision are going to release, because there is no full premium game coming out next year. He followed up saying he's not heard any updates on this since, and even with his Insider Gaming article sharing the files for zombies that were discovered yesterday, he has not heard any updates from any of his sources on this. But if this thing does exist, then obviously it's going to be on the same engine that Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2/DMZ will be on, so it sort of does all line up a little bit if that is indeed true and this standalone project is really happening. Warzone 2 and DMZ are going to be free to play and separate from Modern Warfare 2 if you don't own it, and if they integrate zombies that way, then again this will be a free to play standalone thing that's not connected to a game but matches the description of what has been leaked a long time ago. But again, we just have no way of knowing if Treyarch are at all involved in whatever has been discovered within the files of Modern Warfare 2, as it could be completely Infinity Ward's doing, and I'm sure a lot of the developers that are working on Modern Warfare 2 previously worked on Infinite Warfare Zombies, and I'm sure they absolutely loved what they created there and are itching to do more zombies, but it's just up to Activision to give them the go-ahead and the green light to do that. And obviously they did not get to do that in Modern Warfare 2019, but who knows if that may have changed. But I also find it really fascinating just from a business perspective on the whole Call of Duty Zombies sub-brand, because if we look at what happened with Vanguard and Zombies over the last year, that absolutely tarnished the Zombies brand. And I feel like if Zombies was going to come back, especially being so soon, then it has to be an absolute AAA quality Zombies mode like we've had with Cold War, Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3. Because I feel like a lot of people at this stage, especially with how Vanguard was, that they are just burnt out from Zombies, and the break that we're going to be getting from now until Treyarch's release in 2024 will allow everyone to enjoy Zombies again with a new fresh perspective. But I don't know if getting it again within this game would be something that would positively impact the sentiment on Zombies. If Zombies in Modern Warfare 2 is true and is happening, we don't even have an idea on time frame. Like, for all we know, this might not happen at all within the first year of Modern Warfare 2. Could be something planned with Year 2 content. We just had a ton of rumor and speculation over the last few months about the idea of there being campaign DLC, a greatest hits map pack for multiplayer. At that stage, they might want to just have a lot of fun with Modern Warfare 2, and at that point, they drop a lot of the things that they take seriously at the start of launch. And you can look at Vanguard and all the anime bundles and skins and the introduction of all the COD villains that don't exist in World War II at that point coming in, show that by the end of the game's life cycle, or in this case going into Year 2 for Modern Warfare 2, they might just want to have a lot of fun with it and just kind of break the boundaries, which is where something like this could actually slot in. If you guys want to read the article from Tom Henderson on this, I'll link it down below in this video's description, and if there are any re-ups of the images of the game modes in the menu, I will have that also linked in the description, but I can't promise it will be there for long. I'd love to know your thoughts on this in the comments below, if you feel like this is enough evidence that it is going to come to the game at some point, if you even want to see it or not, how on earth it's all going to work. I'd love to know. And if you found this video useful, exciting, drop the thumbs up. If you want to stay up to date on if we get any news on this, then subscribe.